Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, a very good defense will be on the field. The Steelers are the least scored-on team in the league, and they'll be up against a Cowboys offense that will need to rise to the occasion.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. First down, Campbell, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the #1 thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They'll keep it on the ground. Campbell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Holloway. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Bell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now Bell, and he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing. Back there to that Philly.
They go play action here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Let's go. Green 19. Leopard. All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56. Here we go now.
On 2nd down, Campbell. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Switch.
Down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Right there. All right. No. Check. Patriot.
On 2nd down now, Campbell. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Detroit, set, B-19, over.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holloway. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Fresh set of downs here. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll go again with Bell. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? I
think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is knocked down from the side. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. And the Steelers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. Roethlisberger will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On second down, Campbell. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way way down to the 32. It's a big play there on third down. 43 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
What's left? What's left? Over, over! All right, here we go. 3, 9, tag, 9, Philly. Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Trent Murphy in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third down now following the completed pass. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for his 3rd quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! 3, 9, Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Back 99 Philly! Here we go!
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and It's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is right down Broadway. Back now in Pittsburgh. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now out come the Steelers. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Easy.
Here's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it with Bell. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 3 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Try to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
They were stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away.
He's got a man complete. A gain of 39 that time. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Under pressure. pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Steelers on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be third and a mile. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go.
Dobbs is throwing. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL.